Hey, welcome to Texas Football Talk. I'm your host, Jeremy Lockley, once again joined by my brother Clint. In this episode, a commitment corner, talking defensive back, Ronald Champ Lewis out of New Orleans, Louisiana. How you doing, brother?
Hey, pretty good, man. Really excited about this commitment. Really excited. I tell you, once they went out and offered him, I was kind of on Twitter, went and checked him out. Film does not lie. I can tell you that this guy is undervalued currently by the evaluators on the recruiting boards. I'll put that out there right now. Talking about a guy, 6'1", 170 pounds, out of Warren Easton High School in New Orleans, Louisiana. Grade currently 85, number 862 nationally. When you're looking at his rank, number 79th cornerback in the nation, and then number 39 in Louisiana. Currently has a total of 19 offers. Committed to University of Texas over Colorado and Oregon State. I think Texas offered him. I think, one, they asked him to come to camp, or he went to camp. Terry Joseph seen him in person, watched him work. There's a difference between, a 200 guy and an 862 guy. And somewhere between, there were probably hundreds of cornerback recruits, somewhere between that 100th person, that 100, that top 100 guy, and that, where Champ currently sits at that 900 guy. So there's something that Terry Joseph had to see in him that he could develop in him. Just really excited. But I think he committed within probably, a day of receiving the offer, or within 2 days of receiving the offer. Tells you how much he wanted to come to University of Texas. Track guy, and I can tell you that a lot of, coaches are looking for track guys because they're looking for, verified track speed. And this guy finished second in state in 110-meter hurdles and in 300-meter hurdles in the Class 4A there in Louisiana. Your thoughts, man, on Ronald Champ Lewis?
No, you get the nail on the head. Verified speed, right? So, like you said, 110-meter hurdle, 300-meter hurdles in the state of Louisiana, pretty fast state. You talked about his relationship with Casey Kane, a teammate of his, and then the fact that a guy like Terry Joseph has years and years of experience, basically looking at defensive backs and developing defensive backs and acquiring defensive backs, had this guy on the practice field with him, working him out at a camp, and decided that he was going to be the next guy that he offered. Like you said, with many cornerbacks probably being in between that top 100 and his 862 national ranking. I classified him as a defensive back, and I actually talked to him right before we did this. And I asked him, I said, "Hey man, most of your film is at free safety. What are they recruiting you as?" And he told me, "Sir, they recruit me as a cornerback, but I'm very versatile. The coaches like that about me, and I could play both if necessary." But again, most of his film that I've seen, he's playing free safety. He's a versatile defender. Again, he can play both slot and boundary corner, as well as that out of the box safety. Like, he's really not a strong safety kind of guy with his 6'1", 170-pound build, and he did confirm that is his height and weight. Because you do see different recruiting services set him as high as 6'2" and 185 pounds. So I did want to figure out exactly where he was as far as height and weight. And he said he's 6'1", 170. What you see that pops is he's a playmaker. He's around the ball all the time. There's no less than 10 interceptions on his huddle film. He plays the ball like a receiver, in and out of cuts. Like Clint said, he's dynamic, excellent ball skills. He's not looking to pass, knock the ball down. He's looking to intercept it and taking it back to score. Breaks on the ball just like a wide receiver. Could be an asset in the return game. Like I was telling Clint a little bit earlier, like I could see him returning punts or kickoffs, or being that guy on the end of the line of scrimmage on punt block team, because he's long, he's lanky, he's fast. So I think he could get back to the punter or the kicker in certain situations. So I wouldn't be surprised. He wears number 20 for Warren Easton. I wouldn't be surprised if he wears number 20 at UT, that you see him on the end of the line of scrimmage in special teams play, or maybe being that up back in return game. He has good instincts. Again, at free safety, he's responsible for a lot of stuff. He's responsible for, run fits by the running back. He's responsible sometimes for tight ends, if they have tight ends, and then sometimes, the running back out of the backfield or slot receivers. But he has good instincts. He's able to diagnose plays, and once he diagnoses them, he reacts really well. For his 170 pounds, I was really surprised. Like, I was expecting the playmaking, ball hawk, be around the football when it's flying through the air, but talking about his aggressive downfield ferocity. Once he sees the ball get handed off to the running back, he's coming downhill. And you generally don't see that with guys that are 170 pounds. But he does run downhill, looking to make a stop in a fundamental tackling position. Not a guy that grabs cloth, but lines himself up on a ball carrier and takes him down the ground. If he does get beat, which is very rare in his free safety position, because he gets generally covered from the left side of the field from hash mark to hash mark, but he has excellent catch-up speed if he's burnt or if he gets beat. Where I see, and that's why I had to ask him, because I could see him adding an extra 25 pounds of good weight to his frame. Again, he's a little taller guy. I could see him being 6 foot, 195 or 6'1", 195 pounds, 200 pounds by the time he gets to UT. So that's why I was really interested to see where the coaches saw him playing. And right now he's saying cornerback. Your thoughts?
Yeah, to me, it comes down to the evaluation piece. And again, we only have that slice of huddle film, right? Haven't been able to see him in person. And don't have, the entire film that, some of these coaches would be able to get from these high school football coaches to be able to legitimately look at each piece of what he does. I just don't see how evaluators can't see what we see in him. You know what I'm saying? We've looked at a lot of defensive backs over the last couple of years. We've looked at a lot of film that's either been sent to us via, direct message, either on Twitter or on Facebook. And then just going back and looking at, guys like Austin Jordan, guys that have also committed in this class and previous classes. And to me, and I think you said this earlier, and I'm going to steal your thunder, Jeremy, we're talking about this. If you were to take the jersey off of one of these defensive back commits, four-star guys, hell, maybe even 5-star guy, you would take the jersey off and slap him on this guy or not give him any jerseys at all. I don't know if you could tell the difference.
And what sets them apart in that scenario, and I asked you, because I felt like Warren Easton High School, because they play against Edna Carr, like I felt like, is it classification? And then I was like, is it because he's 170 pounds? Like I was looking for reasons why he was a 3-star, and I couldn't find it. I just kept saying, dude that makes plays, both in, like I said, if he was just a cover guy who couldn't come downhill and make tackles, or if he was a liability in the slot, I don't see any of that. And I see the potential for him, like I said, to add 25 good pounds of weight to his frame. And if he can maintain that 110-meter hurdle speed that he has, I don't see it. Like I said, like you said, we've watched a lot of film. It's a brief snippet, but all I see him do is make plays. Both, like I say, both in the pass game as a safety, in the pass game as a slot corner, as a boundary corner, and then when he sees the ball get handed off, he's able to make plays in the run game. And I'm very, very, like you said, the moment that we saw the commitment, and he really wants to be a Longhorn, we saw that. He was committed. He was offered. He immediately decommitted from Colorado, and then the next day committed to Texas. So he really wants to be a Longhorn. So we immediately jumped on his film. I had a conversation with him, and like I said, I'm really, really impressed with Champ Lewis at this point. Yeah,
I'm going to kind of end at this, man. If you're watching this and you've heard us, talk before on our channel, I'm gonna leave really the fans with this, man. Don't look at this guy's grade. Don't look at this guy's ranking. Go look at the film yourself. Don't trust what me and Jeremy said. Go look at this guy's film, and you're gonna get caught up just the way we did. That's where I want to kind of leave it at, man. It's just realize that these coaches have found someone in Louisiana that they're willing to develop. And I think you're going to, he's got a hell of a nickname, man. You hope one day he becomes that Champ Bailey, right? Then you know that you've developed a guy that wasn't so highly recruited to their potential. So definitely excited, about Champ, man. And but at the same time, please, if you enjoy this podcast, please hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so we know we're putting out content. You can find us on Twitter at Texas Football Talk, on Facebook at Texas Football Talk, and on Instagram at Texas Football Talk. Appreciate you listening as always, and hook 'em.
Hook 'em.